Western writers, it feels like you are pretty good where you're at. You want to take a really big leap forward, but I'm going to advise you to, instead of taking like 5 steps forward, let's take 3 steps forward. If you don't know who I am, I'm Chris, and I help screenwriters and fiction authors write 5-dimensional stories using tarot cards. Before we do get started, if you would like to learn how to read tarot cards and write 5-dimensional stories fast, I do have a new offer called the 30/30. You can read all about it down with the link in the description box below, where I'm going to be teaching 30 tarot spreads to help you write a complete first draft before the astrological new year in March of 2025. Okay, so let's get into this. So the first card that you got was the Two of Cups, and I originally wrote down that you are kind of okay with being alone by yourself. That doesn't necessarily mean that you're okay being alone, like in life in general. You could be looking having a boyfriend or that kind of thing, but you're probably doing pretty well on your own with your current writing project. We have the Ten of Cups. The Ten of Cups is emotional completion. So it seems like you're pretty proud of where you're at right now with your writing project. That's also to say that you will not be going into an Ace of Cups area, but that's going to be probably when you take your next 3 steps, and we'll talk about that later. Here you have the Queen of Swords. She is very honest and she's very witty. Because swords are thoughts and communication and air, she like there are some truths that might hurt some people's feelings, and that's just something that's kind of how it is. You can still approach it with a caring attitude, but there's still some things that probably need to be said that are probably going to be like a good check-in for some people. Here you have the star in reverse. The star is like a symbol of hope. It's the light at the end of the tunnel. Because it's reversed, we've got blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. I originally wrote no hope, but I kind of feel like it's more like hope inside of you, if that makes sense. The hope inside, the light inside of you, keep that burning. Here we have the Six of Cups. It's also in reverse. The Six of Cups is about nostalgia or thinking about easier times. So I think that you've kind of reached a point to where you're past some hard parts and you're actually pretty comfortable. You actually, because you got this Ten of Cups as well, and this is reversed, it just kind of feels like you're in a pretty happy spot, like currently, right now, and you don't need to think about the past. We have the Hermit, and this card is actually supporting your Two of Cups in reverse. I think it's just time to be a little bit by yourself. With this Ten of Cups and with the Hermit, you're probably just kind of gathering some new information before you go on to that Ace of Cups new journey. Here we have the Knight of Swords. So I'm going to be a little bit careful with this one because you did get the Queen of Swords. This might be actually this is where I think you want to jump really far ahead and kind of like jump a few steps. Not like you're trying to speed up the process, but it's just like you want to make a big move. And I'm going to advise you kind of to take a step back and not do that. And I'm going to tell you why in just a second. So here we have the King of Wands. The King of Wands is the ultimate entrepreneur. He's also reversed. When a King of Wands comes up in my readings, I consider him to be taking the safe road. The King of Wands likes to throw things against a wall and see what sticks, but the King of Wands in reverse, he's a little bit more cautious, a little bit more safety measures. Here we have the Page of Pentacles in reverse. Now again, pentacles are health, our body, and our money, the material items that we can touch. Pages are the production assistants of the tarot. Because this is in reverse, it seems like something's being blocked. These are the 2 cards that showed me that you do want to take a big leap forward. You're just not sure exactly how to do that, but you're also a little scared to do it. The card at the bottom of the deck is the Four of Pentacles, and the Four of Pentacles is also in reverse. The Four of Pentacles is usually keeping your resources to yourself, scared to spend a little bit of money. So I'm going to advise you, actually, because this is in reverse, I am going to advise you to loosen up your purse strings or loosen up yourself a little bit with whatever's going on with your project. So again, instead of taking 5 steps forward like you would with the King of Wands, but since he's in reverse, because you're in the Page of Pentacles situation, but that's also in reverse. Again, pages would be keeping things slow and grounded and kind of making sure things are kind of organized. Because these 2 are showing up here, they're kind of fighting for attention. So I'm going to advise you, instead of going completely King of Wands, or instead of holding back to the Page of Pentacles, I'm going to advise you to kind of meet in the middle. And that's where your Four of Pentacles in reverse is going to come in. Numbers you're probably going to want to pay attention to are 2, 10, 3, 17, 6, 9, 2, 4, 1, and 4. If you add all those up, you get 58. 5 plus 8 equals 13. 13 in the major arcana is the Death card. Death does not mean actual death. Death means change. Something needs to die in order for something to grow. So that's kind of what's going on with this Four of Pentacles that we're talking about here. You probably need to change a little thing in order to move on into the next cycle. And that next cycle is probably going to be an Ace of Cups situation. We're going to take this one step further where you go 1 plus 3, and that equals 4, which is the Emperor. So I have a feeling that you're probably going to need to start making some new boundaries, probably going to need to start making some new restrictions and some new ways to protect yourself with whatever comes next with this project. Elementally wise, we have earth, air, fire, and water. I'm going to actually tell you to go to the fire element. And this is why this is going to support also the not going so far and only going halfway a little bit kind of a thing. So you got the Hermit and the Star card. Those signs and astrological stuff that you're going to want to pay attention to are Mercury, Virgo, Uranus, and Aquarius. Now, the star is associated with air, and the hermit is associated with earth. In order to be evened out, you want earth, air, fire, and water. That's 4 corners, four elements, and everything will just kind of flow better. But remember how we've been talking about how you want to take a big leap, and but you might want to take just one leap, one or two steps forward instead. Let's focus on the fire element. And that way it will get you air, it will get you earth, and it will also get you fire. It won't get you water, but that's not what you need right now. You just need to kind of move a little bit forward, but not push yourself too much so you get burnt out. In order to pay more attention to your fire element with regards to your month, you're going to want to pay attention to Leo, Sagittarius, and Aries. Colors that you're going to want to pay attention to are lime green and black. Now, I do pull 3 extra cards for you. The first one is Apple. The next one is Difficult Truth, but it's also in reverse. So I have a feeling this has something to do with the Queen of Swords kind of going on, possibly even the Knight of Swords. Because it's in reverse, there doesn't seem to be much of a difficult truth going on right now. Maybe someone's already being too honest, or you've already had these conversations, and that's why the difficult truth is already reversed. Reversed again, we've got blocked, delayed, healing, or internal energy. So maybe you already know what the difficult truth is. Lastly, here we have who cannot use magic and why. As a last reminder, if you would like to learn how to read tarot cards and write a 5-dimensional first draft by the astrological new year of March of 2025, please take a look at the link in the description box below. Along with that link, you'll also see some promo codes. So take a look at the link, and you'll also get free access to the Flow Your Mojo community until December 31st of 2025. With that, I'd like to ask you to like, subscribe, follow, and share, and happy Halloween.